down with Zionist occupation.
Down with...
We go day in, day out, the victory is coming! Free, free! From the West Bank to the East!
From the West Bank to the East!
Let our people live in peace!
Let our people live in peace!
Resistance is justified!
Resistance is justified!
When people are colonized!
So my name is Claire Hinchcliffe, and I'm here today at Woolwich Crown Court because my daughter Zoe is one of the Filton 18. They've got a pre-trial hearing today. The actual trial doesn't start till much later, but this is a crucial pre-trial hearing to talk about what legal defences they're allowed to use. But just to explain, they were all charged in connection with the same action, with Palestine Action, against an Israeli-owned weapons factory in Filton, Bristol, where they allegedly broke in and destroyed some of the quadcopter killer drones that they believed were to be sent to Israel to be used against Palestinians. So that was back in August, and the way they have been treated has been completely unprecedented, and we believe this is political interference. What's been unprecedented about the treatment of the Filton 18 as direct actionists is the use of counter-terror powers against them has meant violent pre-dawn raids on some of those who are arrested in front of their families, family members handcuffed, doors smashed in, up to 30 officers at a time. And it's also extended to their time in prison. So when they were first admitted to prison, my daughter is in Bronzefield prison, a women's prison, and there were lots of other members of the Filton 18 with her. And what the prison did was to put a non-association order on all of them to try and prevent them from associating with one another. And that is a non-association order, something you apply to high security prisoners. So this hearing happening today is really pivotal because it's a defence hearing. So this is when the judge listens to arguments about what defences they are allowed to use in their trial when it comes to trial. So traditionally, protesters have been able to use defences such as necessity, which has got them acquitted. So they were able to argue in the past, I committed a crime in order to prevent a greater crime. Now that's exactly the case here. They are alleged to have broken in, they committed burglary, they criminal damage in order to prevent people being killed in Gaza. So that's a defence that has worked in the past, and ironically it's a defence that Keir Starmer, I believe, used when he was a lawyer to get his clients acquitted, one of the Fairfield Five, who tried to damage an RAF aeroplane. So that was used then, and his client was acquitted. What they're deciding today in court is whether that defence can be used for the Filton 18, and it's very likely that the judge will decide that defence cannot be used, as well as other defences. So what we're hoping for, what we're asking for supporting the Filton 18, we've got three demands of the government. One of them is to give them bail. They should not have been in prison as long as they have, 8 to 10 months. My daughter's facing 15 months in prison before she stands trial. For some people it'll be nearly 2 years. So the first one is give them bail. The second demand is drop the terrorist connection. There's no need to call them terrorists. And the third one is reveal foreign interference in this case, because we know that there have been talks between Keir Starmer and the Elbit Systems factory. We know there have been talks between the prosecution, Attorney General's office, and the Israeli embassy. We want to know what that is about. What is happening there? What have they got to do with the trial and the prosecution of our loved ones? So those are our three demands, and what we'd love people to do is to sign our petition. You can find the Free the Filton 18 petition online. We would love you to write to your MP and tell them that this is a miscarriage of justice, and also fight back against the proscription of Palestine Action, because that's going to complicate our trial as well. And by doing that, by standing up for the Filton 18, it's not just our 18 loved ones, it's not even just Palestine Action. You are standing up for the rights and freedoms of everyone in this country against government repression. Thank you.
Today to name the real criminals, because this court has it backwards.
Yes.
It's not the Filton 18 who should be on trial. It's Elbit Systems, manufacturers of death. It's the British state, arms dealer, war profiteer, They were designed to keep us silent. They were written to protect empire and not people. They were designed to shield corporations and not communities, to defend power and not justice.
It's not for nothing that the renowned Irish novelist Sally Rooney wrote in The Guardian the other day, quote, "I can only say that I admire and support Palestine Action wholeheartedly, and I will continue to, whether that becomes a terrorist offence or not." In my opinion, it's incumbent on all of us to say, I support Palestine Action, and we are all Palestine Action. In the 18th century, the great English radical and proto-communist Gerard Winstanley wrote this: "Words and writings were all nothing and must die, for action is the life of all, and if thou dost not act, thou dost nothing." Gerard Winstanley put his words into practice, and his name still lives on in the annals of history, and his legacy still haunts the British ruling class. Not all of us who traded words and writings will be able to say as much. Will the Palestine Solidarity Movement in Britain continue to trade in empty words and phrases, or will they, like you, in Palestine Action, actually do something to end the Holocaust of our times taking place right now in the Gaza Strip?
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Suhaib Faruqi, and I'm a father of one of the Filton 18. So that's a very strong point for me to be here to support my daughter, who is on trial at the moment, and she's on remand for last 6 months. And during this while, they have been denied their bail. And today it is, the preliminary hearing for their case. And the only issue they have brought them here today is mainly to take the defense out of, their case, so that they are not able to defend themselves or, involve any intention they had about this action they are alleged of, to use it as their defense. Because when we are talking about Filton 18, so this case goes back to August 24, when one of the Israeli arm factory, it was infiltrated by some political activists, and these people, they have been alleged of causing some damage to those quadcopters which they were producing there. And these are the quadcopters which they use in Palestine to kill, the people in Gaza. There were 6 of those people, they were arrested on site, and 4 of them, they were arrested later on. So that made them Filton 10. And in November, on the 19th, 2024, another of 8 of them, they were arrested during the raids at their houses in different places at the same time. So in the same time, our house was raided as well, when they came in the morning after we just finished our Fajr prayer, and all of a sudden there was a bang, and they broke into our house, and then they started, handcuffing us all, and so all my family was handcuffed. My, the youngest son, who's a juvenile, he was handcuffed as well. And at that point, they arrested my daughter, Zara, who was accused of being a part of the Filton 18. And since then, they are on remand. And what they tried to do, they had non-terror charges against them, but they connected them with the terror, connected charges, so that they can prolong the custody time period they have in such cases. So for that reason, they have been in custody for last 6 months, and some of them are in custody for 10 months now without any bail, which is it's quite unusual in such cases or such trials, where they could have got their bail granted some time ago, but just because of this terror connection, they refused their bail.
Hi, my name is Brogan, and my brother Jordan Devlin is one of the Filton 18. My brother's been held in prison without trial for almost a year now, and we miss him deeply, so we're here today protesting that he is held and hoping that we can see some justice today, and hoping that the Filton 18 will be released on bail as soon as possible. He was arrested on site. Jordan had Jordan was extremely depressed because the weight of being live streamed a genocide and just knowing how complicit the UK government is in this genocide was weighing on him deeply. And so he couldn't live with himself without doing something for Palestine, and now his mental health has improved because he's actually, done something for Palestine. Like, are any of us really doing enough to uphold international law? What he did was upholding international law, and what we're seeing right now in the government, they are the war criminals, and it should be them that are on trial and not my brother. Yeah, seeing the support today, everyone out today is beautiful, and every time I visit Jordan, I tell him about the support, and it really helps lift their spirits to know that there's people out there that care just as much as them, and that people are keeping Palestine talked about. That's what they always say. They always say, keep it about Palestine. It's not about them. It's about Palestine. It's about stopping this genocide, and that's we all need to remember. So yeah, just keep supporting them. You can write to them as well. And just keep talking about it constantly, whoever you can. Talk to people about Palestine and talk to them about the Filton 18. So you can put pressure on the government by emailing your MP. We must continue to keep the pressure on the government. It's power in numbers here, absolutely. And we must stay united in all of this. Don't worry about what is going on in the news. Just know in your heart that right now that we all support Palestine and we're all here for the same cause, and just keep talking about it, keep emailing your MPs, keep writing letters to the prisoners. We really need to, now is the time to just keep putting more and more pressure on the government, because they are using our family members as a test. It's so sickening to watch someone that you love being used as a pawn for the government, being used as this test to see how much they can get away with. We're seeing our rights being taken away, and the Filton 18 is a test of that. The government is using them to see how much can we get away with before people really start questioning us, and we need to really put pressure on them to make sure that those rights aren't taken away, because one day it'll be something that you care about. If you don't care about Palestine right now, one day this will affect you in whatever way it is, so they will come for you next. It's ridiculous what they are doing right now, taking away our right to protest, and if you don't stop this now, best believe you will regret it. So Jordan, my brother, we are from the north of Ireland, and so we are no stranger to being labelled a terrorist by the British government. We've been here before, the 70s, 80s and 90s. We were called terrorists by the British government for protesting in occupied Ireland, and my brother is now sitting in a cell being called a terrorist again for protesting in occupied Palestine. And it's just ridiculous how we are still here. We all, as a society, I agreed that what they did to Irish people was wrong. And tell me what the difference is between Thatcher calling my ancestors a terrorist in the 70s and 80s. What's the difference between what she did then and what Starmer's doing now to my brother and the rest of the Filton 18, and for anyone that speaks up for Palestine, really? We have not come further along. We are going backwards, and it's just so shameful and sickening, and we must question it. We must speak up for it.
Shut it down.
Palestine.